Today we're taking a look at this bad mamma jamma right here. This is the JOYO Jam Buddy 3. Some of you are probably familiar with JOYO and their Jam Buddy series, specifically the Jam Buddy 1, which is not officially called the Jam Buddy 1, but it's the first iteration. I actually have a video which should be playing somewhere right here where I did a review of the JOYO Jam Buddy 1, or the first one. Make sure you go check that out if you'd like to do that. There's probably a link in the description or something. And if you want to pick one of these up, JOYO is sponsoring this video, so there's obviously a link in the description to pick up the Jam Buddy 3. Now the Jam Buddy 3 only has one thing in common with the first one, and that is the name. Other than that, this is a completely different beast. This is a 40-watt dual speaker versatile smart amp. What do I mean by that? Well, it's essentially a 3-in-1 amp. You can run an electric guitar, an electric acoustic, or a bass all into this amp. Not at once, but you can use it as either one of those amps. Already in my eyes, a super win. 52 built-in guitar models, 25 cab models, with the ability to upload your own IRs to it, 49 built-in digital effects, 40 preset tones to get you started so you can kind of get the feel of what this thing can do, 40 drum patterns, and an 80-second looper, which I think is really nice. It does have its own app where you can go in there and make the changes kind of on the fly on your phone or tablet, and you can even use this thing via USB for live streaming and recording, which that's really awesome considering that I do live streaming every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific with my friend Sean over at Sean Plays Guitar, or on live stream only frets. Make sure you check that out. You may even be hearing what this thing sounds like on that live stream. You're gonna hear it in this video, don't click away yet, but shameless plug. So a couple of features about it really quick. First and foremost, it kind of reminds me of the Yamaha THX or TRX. You guys know what I'm talking about, the little Yamaha desktop amp that looks very similar to this. But obviously this is not that. It weighs probably about 15 pounds, so it's rather weighty, but nothing that nobody can't handle, right? On the back, you have a couple of things going on here. First and foremost, you have your included wireless transmitter, which can be charged by plugging it into the amp and turning it on and everything. So you do have two inputs here. You have a guitar in and then a mic in, which also has its line in there with built-in phantom power. So, I mean, you can take this thing, plug in an acoustic guitar, you know, with the wireless thing if you wanted to, and then do a mic and have a busking setup or have your own open mic setup kind of thing going there. Two ports, USB-C port there with a volume knob. Then you have a DC out, which is 5 volts, 1 amp, so you can match that correctly and probably charge a phone or something with that, which is really cool. Aux in, phone port, line out. You have two line outs here. Your left one is your mono, and then obviously if you plug in both, you're going stereo. You have a DC in here, which is where your power supply goes, which is included. Then your power button is right there on the back. It'll light up yellow when everything is plugged in, ready to go. A couple of included goodies too. You get the USB-C to Lightning port adapter thing for your old iPhones and tablets. You have an aux cable here, which is in that little bag. And then you have a really long USB-C to USB-C cable. Up here at the top, you got a lot going on, but it's all relatively simple. You have your little screen here that will show you what preset you're on and show you all your settings. You can change between them using these little arrow buttons down here. Bluetooth, built-in tuner, there's your rhythm, there's your tap tempo, so you can change your tempo and you know, your time effects and everything, make it faster or slower. 3 different cab sims here, or cab types rather, I guess. Modern, vintage, classic. That's not the IR sounds, that's just the different types that you can get, just to add a little bit of extra flexibility to that. Knob here to change between everything that also functions as a button. You have clean, crunch, lead, high gain, special. Then you have bass and acoustic for those aforementioned uses of the bass and the acoustic. And you have a flat setting right there. Master volume, gain, 3-band EQ, which is a really versatile, powerful 3-band EQ built into this, which I really appreciate. You have your effects, which you have a boost, an overdrive, a chorus, and a tremolo. Then over here you have your delay and reverb. You have a delay setting, then you have a delay and reverb setting together, and a spring and a hall reverb separate. You have 2 volumes over here, a guitar and an audio output control knob. Then you have your mic gain and your mic reverb all the way down here at the end. As you can tell, like I said before, I'm gonna set that thing down. It is a very versatile amp. And there you go, just a couple of the guitar effects. That's just a handful of the sounds and the effects that you can get out of the JOYO Jam Buddy 3. I tried to pick presets. All of those are presets, by the way, all editable within the app, or I believe within the unit itself. I tried to get some that would showcase like the delays and the reverbs and the phasers and the chorus and the tremolo and like all the effects that you have built into it. But again, that's just a small portion, and I think that they all sound really, really nice. Now, I did record them with my X-Vive XV1R kind of pointed at it to get more of like the room sound, so you can kind of get an idea of what the speakers sound like. And then I also did some with the line out. You probably saw where I was switching back and forth. Let me know which one you think sounds better. But you can also use it to go out USB-C, but I don't think you can do line out and USB-C at the same time, so I just figured I would do one or the other. They're going to practically sound the same. Now, I did tell you that you could use it with an acoustic guitar and a bass as well, so let's go ahead and explore those options that you have built into the JOYO Jam Buddy 3. So if you wanted to switch the acoustic setting, which is what we're going to start with, you would just spin this little knob right here, and you'll see all of these lights will change. So we're going to go over here to the ACO, which is this one right here, and we should get our really nice acoustic sounds out of the JOYO Jam Buddy 3. right, so just some really quick final thoughts and stuff before we head out of here. First and foremost, JOYO, thank you very much for sending this out. Greatly appreciate it. Again, you can pick one up at the link in the description. I'm a big fan of this thing, and it's going to stay right here on this shelf, and it's going to be something that I will plug into and practice with probably daily because of a few different reasons. One, again, it sounds great. You can get a lot of really good sounds out of it, and it's loud. It's loud enough to play over, music, or you could probably play over a drummer with this thing if you really, really wanted to. It's got all the volume for days. At 40 watts, I think it's more than capable of being as loud as you need it to be for most situations that aren't a grand stage, right? Open mic nights, things like that, this is perfect for that. The ability to use a electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, or bass all in one, awesome. Love that. The myriad of different ways that you can get sounds out of it, meaning how you can project the sound, the onboard speakers, you can plug in through the line out, you can do USB-C recording or just USB recording. You can do, maybe hook it up to like an external speaker using the line outs. It's so cool to have all of this in one nice looking, attractive, really well built unit. I mean, really overall, it's just so cool. The onboard effects are really cool. Now, when I did all of the sound clips, they were all presets. So whether you like the presets or not, whatever. But again, you can infinitely modify all of the sounds built within it because you can import IRs, you can change all of the settings and stuff through the app. The possibilities are endless, and I like the size of it. Because it's not something like this. Now, I love something like this where you can do kind of the same thing with an app and import IRs, but it's just kind of small, and it is what it is. But this thing, with it being as big as it is, it's just more appealing to plug into. It looks cool. It sits, either on a desktop or on a shelf like this, and it just, something about it aesthetically makes you want to plug in and play it, and I really appreciate that. So JOYO, you knocked the Jam Buddy 3 straight out of the park, and I couldn't be more happy to own this thing. It's a really, really cool amp, and I really think you should check the link in the description and pick one up for yourself because I think these things are awesome. And that's the Electric Flamingo seal of approval for you guys. So thank you very much, JOYO, for sending this out. Thank you very much for watching this video. You're absolutely beautiful. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.